Yes.
What, were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
What happened?
There was some horn honking and I noticed he had gotten out,
Who's he?
the victim.
Okay,
I noticed he had gotten out, so I had gotten out of my car, we approached each other, slipped and fell, and he went to the ground. I did kick him while he was on the ground. I got back in my car and I left after I made sure.
who was honking the horn?
I believe he was, we were in the line of the drive-thru. It was packed and he was the second car behind me,
Right behind you or two back?
right behind me.
All right, and so he started honking his horn.
I believe so, yes.
And you think he did that because he wanted you to move up?
Yes,
And then who got out of their car first?
he did, Your Honor.
And then what happened?
I got out because I saw him coming out. I'm a military vet, so my self-defense kicked in to stand up and get out of my car and make sure I wasn't, I didn't know if he had anything, so I didn't want to be a victim of him, bashing my window and doing something to me, so I made sure I was just on.
And you're saying he fell to the ground?
Yes, Your Honor, there was ice and snow. When he approached me, he slipped and fell.
And then what?
And then while he was down, I had followed him with my hands. While he was on the ground, I did kick him one time
Where?
in the face.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
What branch of the military?
I was a combat medic in the Army, Your Honor.
Pulled up to the outside lane. The person that was in the first vehicle proceeded, and they took my order next. And when they took my order, I went to pull forward. That's when he pulled ahead of me, went up to the pay window and was verbally with the people at the pay window why he had to wait and stuff. He should have been next, not me. So, yeah, we pulled up. They had to pull up to the pickup window. Then our orders were back because my order was already put in before his, because he put his order in the pay window. They had to pull forward. When I pulled up, I noticed that he had his car in reverse. So I beat my horn and I held out the window, don't back up, you're in reverse. But what he did was, but he was not paying attention or whatever, took his foot off the brake, but he backed into my vehicle. But I got out of the car. I was
Did you
just,
strike his vehicle?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor. I had no damage to my vehicle.
I have a picture of the vehicle then.
Okay, then what happened?
So when I got out, there's about that much room, so I got out between the pay window and stuff. And I said, what's your problem? You already cut me off here once, and now you bitched at these people at the drive-in window. Now you're backing up, why are you being such a hater? And he's like, oh, show me where I backed into your car, tough guy. And he turned like this and he threw me. And I either hit the ground or hit the bumper of my car. I had a torn rotator cuff. I couldn't pick myself up. I was laying on the ground. Then I was kicked in the face. I have a broken eye socket. I'm in therapy for the torn rotator cuff. It's my new surgery. I have to have surgery on my eye because it just waters like crazy.
Well, you got a problem,
I mean, if he took off, I have pictures of my face that the prosecutor had. My face was swollen for probably a good month and a half. My daughter here, she could attest to how I looked.
Was she there?
She wasn't there, but she could attest to how I looked.
You want the prosecutor in here yet?
I don't know what I want.
I was told that,
If all that happened as a result of this, you have an orbital fracture?
it's like the bottom, the cheekbone, I guess is what it is, and it was so swollen that they couldn't.
And a torn rotator cuff?
One rotator, partial torn. They were going to do surgery, but we're doing therapy. I get about that.
It sounds like they should have. Prosecutor offered a plea to assault and battery under section 771.1. I asked for the video, and apparently it no longer exists at the McDonald's. The might have captured the assault, none exists. That's where they are. I'm not, let me just put it to you this way. You better make this one good. Not that you always don't. You always do. But I don't go for this. So, is everything in this report accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm
Yes.
asking, any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There's no additions, deletions, or corrections.
What would you like to tell me? And by the way, did you get a chance to read this victim's rights statement?
No.
Well, can I read it to you? And if you need to talk to your client about it further, I will.
Okay.
I was shocked and terrified when the crime occurred. I was slammed into the ground and kicked in the face. As a result, I was taken to the emergency room by ambulance, and the doctors told me my rotator cuff was torn on my right shoulder, which is my dominant arm. My right shoulder was dislocated and my nose was broken, as well as swelling and bruising around my arm. I couldn't see out of my eye for a long time, and my arm was in a sling. I possibly need surgery on my left eye after seeing an eye doctor. I also may require surgery on my shoulder. And
I think my charger's in your car.
I also may require surgery on my shoulder, and I go to physical therapy 2 days a week as a result. My glasses were broken, so I had to pay for a replacement. I think it says pour, P-O-U-R. Oh, pair. I'm sorry. I'm in pain and I can't enjoy things like I was able to before. I'll face lifelong pain and suffering from this assault. I'm scared of the man that did this coming after me again. I hope the man that assaulted me is punished with the full extent of the law. I needed assistance going to appointments as well as daily chores. I lived alone and was independent before this, and I've had to ask for help from family. I had to ask for help writing this because it hurt too much. I've also suffered financially due to bills and paying for a replacement pair of glasses. Medicaid only covered a portion of my medical bills, and I do not have enough money to pay them. I've suffered physically, mentally, and financially from this assault that has affected my family as well. We're more on edge from this. I hope justice is well served in this case. So I want to make sure I understand. We're going to come to you in a second, Mr. Hogan, and I want to hear some and see any documentation that you may have regarding your injuries and any necessity of surgery. So go ahead, Ms. Patillo. Have you had a chance to review the report? I know you already said there were no additions, corrections, or deletions.
We did review the report, Madam. There are no additions, deletions, or corrections.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Asherman, he is employed and all that, as you can see in the report, he has a child, Your Honor. I know that last time we were here, there were some things put on the record, about the Army and different things like that. Mr. Eshelman was not saying that in defense or self-defense or anything like that.
He was saying the instincts that he gained from the military caused him to do this. And by the way, he fled the scene too, right? Did the military teach him to flee the scene? But anyway, go ahead.
So he made those statements for different reasons. He is very apologetic for the situation. He's very apologetic to what Mr. Hogan has had to go through. He's, understands that he may be on the hook to pay some medical bills or things like that, whatever Mr. Hogan was able to produce. But again, Judge, he is very apologetic. He was very apologetic when we spoke. He wishes he could take it back. I know Your Honor may be considering jail time. I would ask for you to forego any jail time because Mr. Eshelman is very apologetic in the situation. He also needs to keep his job. If Mr. Hogan does need restitution, if the court is satisfied with whatever Mr. Hogan presents in terms of medical bills, his glasses that need to be repaired, things like that, Mr. Eshelman will have to pay for that. But if he loses his job, obviously Mr. Hogan would have to wait longer, Your Honor. So I would ask if the court would consider following the recommendation and maybe just order more days on the court work program in lieu of any jail, Judge.
Anything you would like to say, Mr. Eshelman?
I just apologize to him. It was a complete lapse of judgment on my end, and it would never happen again. I accept full responsibility for what I did.
How old are you, Mr. Hogan?
67.
How old are you, Mr. Eshelman?
37.
What would you think of him if he kicked a 97-year-old in the face? I am troubled by this. Very troubled by this. I don't like assault cases. And honestly, as far as I can tell, you were acting nothing more than like a bully. I don't like bullies. I didn't like bullies when I was 12, and I don't like them at 67. I just don't understand this. I don't understand the anger that goes on out here anymore. The animosity among people. I just don't understand it. Like if we all were going to live till we're 1,872 years old, maybe we could afford to act like a jerk now. This is a short life we live. And I just don't like the tough guys. I just don't. You beat up a man 30 years your senior. You kicked him in the head. I saw the pictures. I've read the statements. I've read the reports. You left the scene after this. You knew you did wrong, and somehow, some way, you justified and tried to rationalize it last time on the basis of military training that kicked in. I don't relish sending first offenders to jail. I really don't. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report as directed. No contact with the victim, Dennis Hogan. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email him, or communicate with him, or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're to serve an anger management program with 12-week follow-up. I'm going to set a restitution hearing. We're going to give you a date on that, and we're also going to give you a prosecutorial review date. Then you're to pay restitution as ordered following the hearing. We're going to give a date on the restitution, Heather, in about 2 months. Do you understand the sentence of the court so far?
I do, Your Honor.
And you didn't serve any time in jail at all, correct?
I do not, Your Honor.
This could be a lot worse. I'm going to order 25 days jail. I'm going to let you serve 7 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of $240 to $245. You're to serve 18 days jail forthwith. You're to pay fines of $200, costs $200, 75 victims each, freight fee, $50 justice assessment. Now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go higher than 400 fines. 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. That's $7.25. Screening fee is 60 for 785. Probation fees are 240 for a total of 1,025, plus attorney fees of 40 for 1,065, plus court work program fees. Your total here amounts to 1,310. If you that includes the 7 days on the court work program, you're going to pay restitution as ordered following a hearing. The restitution date will be when, Heather?
We could do August 20th.
Will Ms. Patillo be here that day?
Oh, actually, she will not. We won't have her again until August 26th.
Then let's set it after August 26th.
All right, so we could do August 26th. Then you want to do 8:30?
Yes, August 26th at 8:30. You're to forward all the medical bills to Ms. Foley Carter, sir, Mr. Hogan, by August the 7th. I would like you to appear here as well. And give me a prosecutorial review date where this case would be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor if you're compliant. That has to be before June 17th of 27. Heather, what day am I going to have for that?
That will be the 27 calendar. That could be June 9th.
June 9th to 27 at 8:30 will be your review hearing date. We'll give you paper notices on both of those. I want you to understand something. This could have been a lot worse. This is a first offense and you've never been in trouble, but that's it. I'm sorry. You're in custody for the next 18 days. Good luck. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. For purposes of appeal, you should have thought about that before you kicked this man in the head. Have a seat.
Yeah, may I speak?
No.
This way, sir.
If you want to speak, I'll let you speak. I'll probably change my mind and make it worse. Do we understand one another?
We do, Your Honor.
If you want to speak, I'll let you speak, but I'll probably change my mind and make the sentence worse. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat.
Come on, this way.
I'm taking a 5-minute recess.
This way.
Your Honor,